Hello everyone. Welcome to Chasing Narrative with AJ, and I'm gonna try to get these short and sweet. So I'm gonna go over the food that you will be eating in basic training. When I went to basic training back in 2004, we had baked fish, baked chicken. You ate a lot of vegetables. You were able to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Whenever you ate, breakfast was like the best meal of the day, but you only had very few minutes to eat breakfast because you had to go and do your training. So I'm gonna go over what I think about these videos that I want to show you guys, whether I believe them or not. So let's get to it.
Put your heels together and shut the hell up. Ready? Go! Let's go. Come on. No, there's no even need to chew. Just swallow the food. Swallow! No need to chew at all. Eat all what's on your plate. Now, faster! 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 Oh, see, your heels went together. Now you're gonna choke.
What I will say, I know this is a funny video. I hate it. So like in basic training, we never had to wait on other people to eat. Like when you got to the table, your time started right then and there. When I became a cadre member back in 2009 at Fort Jackson, up until 2011, I would see soldiers literally have to wait at a table for everybody to get there, and then they all would sit down and eat together. I thought that was the dumbest shit ever. Like, we were able to just sit down, eat. We had like 3-4 minutes, if that sometimes, and you ate. You didn't have to wait for the whole table to get there, then sit down and eat. That was just stupid to me. But this is like a funny video. The drill sergeants are not normally talking to you while you're eating. At least my drill sergeants didn't. They normally will like have a group meeting within themselves. They will be eating. They will just make sure that you're not talking and whatnot. But for the most part, they're not like standing above you, seeing if you're talking or not. That was never like the case when I went to basic training. And mind you, I went to basic training 22 years ago. But I feel like a lot of the new school drill sergeants, they're more like standing over you, you know, making it harder for you to eat. You gotta wait until everybody gets to the table to eat. I just think that shit is dumb. Now let me get to the next video.
If you want to lose weight the military way, I got you. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We look for something healthy to do. This ain't it. But this is what I need you to do. All you gotta do is eat 3 MREs. 3 MREs a day. Well, snacks? Eat the whole MRE. Eat the whole, eat everything in the MRE. But don't, snacks throughout the day and only drink water. That's gonna be your meal plan. Next, you 2-3 weeks, you eat an MRE every day. You got a little breakfast in. But don't go too crazy. Okay, so for your workout plan, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're gonna get up at 0400. Yeah, I need you up at 05 o'clock. I need you out running anywhere from 1 to 3 miles a day. 1.5 to 3 miles a day. And Wednesday, Friday, that should work. And baby, I promise you, I give you about 6-7 weeks. You're overly straight. Hey, if you want to lose weight.
Again, like these videos are meant to be funny, but I think a lot of these people who are making the videos, they're being more realistic. What I will tell you, when I went to basic training, we didn't have MREs every day. The only time we would have MREs and we had like a training exercise, like if we had like to go to the range or we stayed out in the field. For the most part, we would have like a cadre member bring chow to us in the field, like from the dining facility, or we would eat before heading out to the training facility, and we would make it back in time to head to the dining facility. MREs are not the best thing to eat as far as health-wise while you're in basic training. But it's not going to do so much harm to you because you're burning so many calories while you at basic training with all the marching you're doing, all the workouts you're doing, everything that you're doing, you're pretty much burning fat. So the times that we were able to eat MREs, again, we were all like in a circle. You were able to trade candy with one another, and that was it. You had a certain time to eat, and then you're back to doing training. So it was never to the point that we had MREs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What I heard when I was a recruiter by the applicants I put in, majority of the time they ate MREs, like damn near like every day, like all day, every day. And I'm like, yo, like that's why you got a dining facility. But again, things are totally different from when I joined in 04. You would think it would probably be like the other way around. I don't understand it, to be honest with you, but I'm just going over like my experiences in basic training when it came to eating and what you should expect. So from what I've been told over the last 5 years, expect to eat a lot of MREs.
Basic training delicious. Fuck yes. Now this is going to be solely leadership dependent because my leadership was on bullshit. They didn't want to pay for the meals and the defects, so they made us eat outside. Now when it comes to hot A's, better yet food eaten outside, it's pretty mid. Some days it's hitting, some days it's not. But if we strictly talking about the defects, oh my goodness, I'm talking gourmet. Shit, this is shit that you can legitimately eat at Golden Corral or back at the crib. We had an ongoing joke. Like when we first got to utilize the defect, bro, we was getting steaks, mac and cheese, lobster, and the joke is when you get food like that from the military, you finna go to war. So my drill sergeant thought it was a good idea to basically say that we're going to war and this is going to be our last meal. I swear to you, the first time I went to the defect, I did not fucking eat. Stomach was in my ass. Fuck you mean it's my last day?
Now, I'm thinking that when he got to his basic training unit, that they were able to eat that type of food. What got me is when I first got to basic training on reception, for the first week you're in reception, right? At least for me. We were able to eat ice cream. We were able to eat pies, cakes, steaks, like whatever they had at that time. I mean, the food was amazing. I was like, damn, like basic training is not going to be that bad. Like we eating like this. Like I wasn't used to eating that way. And even like when I went to Job Corps, I wasn't used to eating that way. So going into like reception, I'm like, man, like the food is amazing here. I ain't gonna worry about getting fat because I'm gonna run it off. And at the time I was like 19. So I'm like, my metabolism is fast. I'm good to go. As soon as we shipped to the basic training unit, hell no. We ain't had no ice cream. We ain't had no cakes. We ain't had no pies. We ain't had none of that. It was just straight baked food and vegetables. That's it. And you might be lucky to you might get some rice or mashed potatoes. One or the other. That's it. So they really got us when we went to reception. I was like, God damn, this food looks good. It tastes good. But when we got to our basic training unit, it was nothing like that whatsoever.
Meal. I just got in this motherfucker. But yes, the food in the DFAC hits, bro. I'm talking about you got good cereals, good eats, Captain Crunch, all of that good shit. Anything that you like, fish, tilapia, chicken, steak, that bitch go hit, folks, and it's actually seasoned, bro. Now, when it comes to the proportions of how much they give you, now that's why they be bullshitting, because they know good and well. And then you're timed in how long you can eat. I think you can low-key get like 4 or 5 minutes, but your plate be stacked. You're gonna find out very, very quickly that you can put down more than you even think. I swear, I eat slow as fuck. When I found out it was 4 or 5 minutes for me to eat, shit was gone. So yeah, if you're a little itsy-bitsy person, don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry, my dude. You're gonna be okay.
He's absolutely right. Like, for me, the average time I got was like 45 minutes to eat. And they will stack your plate up. Like I said, I would get like peanut butter and jelly sandwich on top of what I was getting from the actual line because I knew I was going to be hungry later on that night. But it's crazy how much food you can knock down within those minutes because you know that, hey, anytime the drill sergeant can tell you, hey, get up. And once you got to get up, you got to get up. And ain't no chewing in line. Like, you got to get up. So he is absolutely right. But when he talks about the food in the dining facility, I see a lot of people talking about, oh, well, the food was nasty in basic training. Again, everybody's taste buds are different. When I was in basic training, the food was amazing. Amazing. And honestly, if I started eating like that now, I would lose some weight. I would lose this gut that I have, and I would lose like this face fat that I have, these big chubby cheeks. But the food was amazing. I had no issues with basic training food whatsoever. And honestly, I wish I'd have been more disciplined when I got to advanced training. That's where you go to school after basic training. I wish I would have kept eating the same way, but nah, I went back to burgers, hot dogs, chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, french fries, everything. And I wound up losing my 6-pack. But basic training food, it was legit. It was on point for sure.
You have breakfast, you have your typical breakfast, pancakes, bacon, sausage, eggs. They had French toast, but they didn't really have like cinnamon on them. I know people put peanut butter on them to make them taste.
Now, let me tell you right now, I don't need no cinnamon. Now, breakfast time was the best meal of the day because you got pancakes, like she said, you got eggs, you got sausage. I mean, you can have a bowl of cereal with it. You got your orange juice. I mean, you got your biscuit. And the best thing about breakfast is that you worked out. So once you done working out, a lot of times you went straight to the dining facility. You're starving because of the amount of work you put in to PT. So man, breakfast was like the best meal of the day. Like I used to look forward to breakfast every freaking day. And even before I joined the Army, I was never a breakfast person. I never really ate breakfast at all. Got into the Army, it started with basic training, and ever since then, I normally eat breakfast every morning because of basic training.
Like French toast, I guess. But you have just your regular, they have turkey bacon, bacon, turkey sausage. Y'all, I can't talk today. For lunch, I believe there was like spaghetti one time, pizza. What else do we have? I'm trying to think back. Honestly, and dinner, like they had good stuff then too. So I know during the holidays times, they'll have like Thanksgiving dinner. I think they'll have Christmas and stuff like that.
Now, I never had pizza in basic training as far as the DFAT. What did happen one day, when I was in basic training, this was like week 6, we were able to get Domino's pizza. So we were able to get like a whole pizza to ourselves. We were able to order soda and like 2 like Snicker bars or like 2 king size candies. And they did it. It was like some type of like donation or something like that. So we were able to do that. And that was the only time I had junk food the whole time I was in basic training. And it was so damn good. I'm talking about I had like a Meat Lovers Domino's pizza. It was so freaking good. But what she's talking about as far as pizza in the dining facility, I never had that before. Also, too, when I went to basic training, I went in July. So I had graduated right before October 1st. So I didn't spend any of the holidays as far as like Thanksgiving or Christmas in basic training. Now, my experience as being a cadre member, they do have like Thanksgiving and Christmas chow in the dining facility, but I never went on those days, so I don't know how the food is, but I never had pizza at the dining facility at all.
So you'll have those types of food. You had like sides, and then you could get a side salad, you can get fruit, and then you all probably don't know, but you have to get your 3 beverages per meal. So you can either do 3 water, or you can do 2 water and a juice or a Gatorade, or you can do 3 different things, so like a water.
As it meant for us, like we didn't have to do 3 beverages while we were in basic training. It was one of those things that you knew you needed to be hydrated. Like they would make you hold up your canteen in times to make sure you're drinking water. So anybody in their right mind knew at the DFAT, you need to become hydrated because there's a chance you could get smoked afterwards, or you might have training. You might be starting off that morning and you might have like a lot of training going on that day. So anybody in the right mind knew they needed to be hydrated at the dining facility.
A Gatorade and a juice. But honestly, I think the rule is that you have to drink 2 cups of water at every meal. So the only time we ate MREs was when we first got there the first night, because the DFAC obviously wasn't open, and we got there at like 12 in the morning or midnight. And then we ate MREs during Beast Week. If you guys want me to post my video about eating an MRE so you guys can see what that's like, I can post it on here.
So I'm going to leave off with this. Everybody's basic training situation is different. Everybody's experience was different for the simple fact that you have some people that went to Fort Jackson, some people went to Fort Benning, you have some people who went to Fort Sill. You know, you got different basic training sites. One thing I could say, with the dining facility food, the whole time I was in basic training, it was amazing. I had no complaints ever about the food. The food kept me energized. I was in the best shape of my life due to the food that I was eating. And honestly, if I had like stuck to that, I'd be in tip-top shape right now. But in reality, guys, when you go to basic training, just prepare when you go eat. Make sure you eat as much as you can because you never know when your next meal is going to be. And again, everybody's basic training situation is different. When I was in basic training, we didn't have to wait for everybody to go to the damn table and sit down to eat. I think that's the dumbest crap ever. We were able to sit down at the table. We started eating, and that's when the time started right then and there. So I appreciate you guys like always. If you want me to make more videos like this, comment below. Salute. Peace.